Hello, my name is Simon Chadwick. I am Professor of Sport and Geopolitical Economy. If you want to study sports specifically, then you can follow a specialist pathway here. We have core courses and elective courses focused specifically on sport. Alternatively, in events or with hospitality, if you want to do the same thing, you can do that. Alternatively, you can choose to mix and match, so you have elements of sport, events and hospitality as part of your course. But always what we're trying to do is to get you out there into the world of industry, talking to people, meeting people, working on live industrial projects. This is a really important part of the programme. So currently amongst the partnerships that we have, we're working with the city of Nice, we're working with venues in Monaco, we have relationships with sport events in tennis, in football and elsewhere. The way in which our programme is positioned is as global Côte d'Azur. So locally here in SKEMA at Sofia, which is very close to Antibes, to Nice, to Monaco, there are numerous sports teams, sports events, as well as other events including boat shows, fashion shows, music festivals and so on. And what we're very interested in the programme is bringing all of those things together. It is a sector that requires leaders, managers and well-qualified young people to work in it. So our programme is deliberately designed to meet the needs of industry. So if you ever have any thoughts of perhaps being a marketing manager for a sports club, or maybe a ticketing manager for an event, or perhaps somebody working in hospitality, say for a motorsport team, then our programme is the kind of programme that you might want to study. Our assessment programme is based around practical tasks. So you shouldn't expect to come here and write an essay, you shouldn't expect to come here and sit in exams. You should expect to come here and be working for example, a football club, trying to think about ways of engaging new fans, or alternatively working for a major sporting event and thinking about how the environment impacts upon the strategy that event follows. All of these things require good leadership, good management, and so what our programme is focused on doing is to ensure that you, when you graduate from here, have exactly what is needed by employers. Indeed, we've got students right now, as I record this video, working for the likes of Coca-Cola, for the Federation of International Basketball Associations, on real problems, on real challenges that they face. We fully expect students to be working in a range of different sectors, both in sport and outside sport, working not just locally here in Sofia, in Antibes, in Nice or Côte d'Azur, but across the world. In terms of where you might work, we think about big European economies. So in a country like France, we're looking at between 2 and 3% of gross domestic product each year being contributed by the sport industry to the French economy. The biggest sport economy in the world right now is still the United States, maybe 40% of industry size. But we can see elsewhere in the world, in countries like Saudi Arabia, for example, but also in countries like South Korea, in Denmark and elsewhere, making huge investments into sport. So there are opportunities all over the world, not just in the local area here and in France, but across the world for you to go and work in these three sectors.